look. Hi, everyone. If any of you don't know me, my name is Todd, and I am the pastor of Acts 2. And I am here with my band in Surprise, Arizona, which is pretty much Phoenix, but don't tell them. They like that they're from Surprise. So we are playing at the Irish Wolfhound tonight, and I just wanted to talk to you a little bit today and tell you a little bit and introduce you to a friend of mine about what we're talking about. Today, we are talking about the story of John the Baptist. And in the story of John the Baptist, we hear about Isaiah, and from the book of Isaiah, where he talks about somebody that's crying out in the wilderness and preparing the way for God. And so when we think of John the Baptist in that role, we think about the wilderness, and being out here in the desert, there's a lot of wilderness areas. In fact, we accidentally left our bass player in the wilderness. There he is. At a gas station, and we drove for about an hour on the way down here before we realized that he wasn't in the car. So that was awkward, and he literally was stuck out in the wilderness, and hopefully he was preparing a way for God in some way while he was there. But he talked to a lot of people. But today, what we're talking about also is this idea, not just from the wilderness and when we're in the wilderness in our world and in our lives, but also when we are there, this idea of repentance. And I have a good friend I want to introduce you to, and her name is Patricia, and she lives right near here in Surprise in the Phoenix area, and she had a really good idea and a really good thought about repentance that she told me, and I asked her if she would share this with us today.
Yeah, so I was listening to Todd and Gil on a podcast that they produced recently, and they were talking about the concept of sin, and sin being defined as something like off the mark, so you're off your path. And they kind of wove it into John the Baptist and the work that he was doing at the time. And they were talking about repentance, and so I took the time to research the etymology of the word. And what it turns out is the word means that you're not fully expressed. And you're kind of off your path, and you're sort of not, you need to recommit to whatever it is. And I was thinking about repentance, not so much as kind of a make wrong or some kind of punishment that you have to, that's imposed upon you because you've gotten off the path, but rather an opportunity for you to recommit to that path, or kind of re-express sort of your uniqueness, your whatever it is that you're supposed to bring to fruition in this lifetime. That kind of makes you one with God. And for me, that was kind of freeing, because I think too often, particularly my faith, in particular, I'm Catholic, and then a lot of Christian faiths, I think, sin's this kind of awkward concept where you've sort of left God, or you've done something really bad and wrong. And I think this concept of sort of being off the mark and then recommitting to your path made a lot of sense to me, and it kind of gave me a sense that I know, you're not a bad person if you get off your path, right? Right, Todd?
That's very right. Thank you very much, Patricia.
Sorry.
And I'll see all of you next week, and have a great day, Sunday morning.